I've got some questions for you. So the first one is, what would we do if people wouldn't have jobs?
That's an interesting question. If people didn't have traditional jobs, we might see more focus on creative pursuits, community projects, and personal development. Society might also develop new systems to ensure everyone's well being and purpose. What do you think?
What would we do if people did not have jobs?
If people didn't have traditional jobs, society might shift towards more automation and universal basic income to ensure everyone's needs are met. People might focus more on creative pursuits, volunteering, and personal growth. It would definitely require rethinking how we define work and purpose. What are your thoughts on that?
So, what do you think would happen if we did not have jobs at all? And how did we even arrive at the concept of jobs? And why is it important?
If we didn't have jobs at all, we'd likely focus on automation and universal support systems to meet our needs. We arrived at the concept of jobs because structured work helps societies function, distributes resources, and gives people a sense of purpose and community. Jobs are important because they provide structure, purpose, and a way to contribute to society while earning a livelihood. What do you think?
But why do you think that people still find it annoying to do their 9 to 5?
Many people find the 9 to 5 grind annoying because it can feel monotonous and limiting. It often lacks flexibility, making it hard to balance personal life and pursue passions. The routine can also feel unfulfilling if the work doesn't align with one's interests or values. What are your thoughts on this?
So, isn't it completely contradictory if you need a job to feel a sense of purpose as compared to being annoyed by doing those monotonous tasks day after day and year after year? So, how do we even overcome that?
Overcoming that often involves finding ways to make work more meaningful and engaging. This could mean seeking out tasks or projects that align with your passions, or finding ways to grow and develop new skills. Sometimes, changing how we approach our work or finding a different career path that excites us can help. Do you have any particular interests that might make work more fulfilling for you?
But look, coming back to your point on to pursue careers that you're passionate about, but do you think that there is a point when it's too late to change careers and just people can't be bothered changing careers now because they are so many years into one particular job? Like nothing else, even though it might seem exciting, they might think that it might not be worth exploring. What do you think about that? And is that a good thing or a bad thing? What do you think?
It's never too late to change careers if it brings fulfillment and joy. While it can be daunting to start over, exploring new opportunities can be incredibly rewarding. It all depends on individual priorities and circumstances. What do you think?
That's true, but how can one start? Because a large cohort of humanity suffers from this problem where they're stuck in a job for doing the things that they don't like, but they still have responsibilities to take care of. So, how does one manage all of that and still not descend into depression, let's say?
Starting small can help. One might begin by exploring new interests during their free time, or taking small steps towards a career change, like online courses or networking in the desired field. It's important to balance responsibilities while gradually making changes. Support from friends, family, or a counselor can also be invaluable. Do you have any interests you'd like to explore further?
Yeah, my interest right now is to how to overcome the challenge of um,
It's great that you're focused on overcoming challenges. Starting
Nah,
with small, manageable.
I need you to listen to me slowly and closely. All right. So, what I was saying is that I'm trying to overcome the problem of having a purpose, and that's why most of the people have a job. As and in the other perspective, we have the problem of doing the annoying tasks again and again and again for years, which can be soul deadening. So, how can one practically in this life be in a constant state of maximum engagement in their jobs or whatever they do so that they don't feel left out or feel bad about it years later? What do you think?
aspects of work you enjoy can make a big difference. Building a supportive environment and taking breaks can also help maintain enthusiasm. What do you think would help you stay more engaged?
There are certain things that would keep me more engaged. Let's say I would, for me, it's very general. I like to be maximally engaged in the work that I'm doing when it's difficult to do, and I know that I have to do it. Otherwise, I would be, let's say, in trouble. But many people, even the feeling of being in trouble might annoy them. It annoys me too, but I know that overcoming that trouble will land me in a new landscape of competency, which I look forward to. So, how can most of the people can look at the problems that they face at work as a challenge as compared to something that is comparable to annoyance?
Viewing problems as challenges can shift your mindset and boost engagement. One approach is to reframe difficulties as opportunities to learn and grow. Setting small, achievable goals and celebrating progress can help maintain motivation. Focusing on the skills and experiences you gain can also make tasks feel more rewarding. Does that resonate with you?
It does resonate with me, but when you explain it like that, it seems very monotonous and very difficult to relate to. So make it more specific. So let's say if someone works in admin, what can they do to make their work much more engaging so that getting through it is easier, and probably they can become more competent, which would land them better opportunities in the future.
To make an admin role more engaging, they could look for ways to streamline processes, suggest improvements, or take on small projects that challenge them. Learning new skills related to their job, like advanced software tools, can also make the work more interesting. Networking and seeking mentorship can open doors to new opportunities. Would any of these strategies be helpful for you?
Yeah, I thought about mentorship. So, what do you think about the mentorship? So, do you think that people, if their colleagues are exactly like that, if people have other people to relate to, do you think that they would be able to become much more competent as compared to doing it alone and being annoyed at whatever they are doing?
Mentorship can be incredibly valuable. Having someone experienced to guide and support you can make a big difference in competence and motivation. Colleagues who relate to your experiences can offer different perspectives and encouragement, making it easier to tackle challenges and stay engaged. Do you have someone in mind who could be a mentor?
Nah, that is of no business to you, but tell me, so what is the downside of being constantly stressed and not engaged in your work? What do you think would happen on a long enough time period? What would do that to you and to your mind?
Constant stress and lack of engagement can lead to burnout, decreased productivity, and negative impacts on mental and physical health. Over time, this can affect overall well being, job satisfaction, and personal life. It's important to find ways to manage stress and stay engaged to avoid these outcomes. What are your thoughts on this?
So, do you think that it is a good enough motivation for people to be more engaged in whatever they are doing in their jobs, and find other ways to get out of it if they are not happy with their current one?
Absolutely. Knowing the potential negative impacts of disengagement and stress can be a strong motivator. It can push people to seek fulfillment and make changes to improve their situation. Whether that means finding new ways to engage with their current job or exploring new opportunities, it's crucial for long-term satisfaction and well-being. Do you
So,
agree?
yeah, I do. So, ChatGPT, would you agree that there is no running away from problems, and the best thing to do is to head right into the storm so that you can get through it and be a better person at the end of it? Do you think it's possible, or do you think it's too difficult for people to do? But I don't think that. But do you think that it is what most of the people think of challenges at their workplace?
Facing challenges head-on can indeed lead to growth and becoming a better person. While it can be difficult, it's often the best way to overcome obstacles and build resilience. Many people might find it daunting, but with the right support and mindset, it's definitely possible. How do you approach challenges in your work?
Exactly what I just mentioned. Exactly like that. So there is no way out. Chat GPT, right? So there is no way to run away from a problem, but it's rather best to uh, take on the challenge in the best possible spirit and crush it.
Absolutely. Tackling challenges head on with a positive spirit is often the best way to grow and succeed. You've got the right mindset.
Alright, ChatGPT, thank you for coming to my podcast.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on your podcast. It was great chatting with you.
So, guys, this is it for this episode of Ask AI. See you next week.